No.
So if I need to airplay, I can just airplay.
Yep. Do you need coffee, Ryan?
Nope, I'm good to go. Thank you. It needs like a piece of cardboard underneath it or something. Training room main?
Yep.
Yes, I got you the other day.
Yeah, we'll share.
Hey, Kat. You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I want to talk to you about your time about calendar. Because I have some stuff for you. I'll shoot you an email. Okay? Okay, thanks for coming in. How's the new day? Yeah. All right, everybody, if you're in this room, you should be anticipating our
Oh, no, you're good. I just made a last minute decision. Just in case we need it. You guys don't need me to do like the whole introduction thing, do you?
Yeah.
Who am I? Who the heck am I? Huh? I did just write a will. Yes. What's that? I don't know. I didn't. I'd have to ask my boss. She wrote the will. I just signed the papers. Yes. Yes, you do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can take your time settling in or whatever. But all right. So who here like is actively doing social media right now? Doing social media. Okay. Got a couple of actives and a couple of like I'm kind of dabbling a little bit. Who here has no idea what the hell they're doing? Okay, cool. That's what we're gonna figure out. But even if you guys are doing it right now very well, I still want you to ask questions because this is a mastermind. This is not like I'm going to come up here and present something to you. That's a strict regimented thing. I want to find out what you guys are struggling with, what's working, what's not working, and then how I can help. So I connected my computer here in case I need to show you guys something, how to integrate whatever it is. It does not matter. I want to know what your biggest problems are or your biggest successes. Does anybody have any successes so far with social media? Okay, y'all suck at it. All right. Go ahead. You started to monetize? Which platforms? Facebook? All right, cool. So Facebook's paying you like kind of per view kind of deal? Yep. Cool, yeah. That is a nice feature. If you're getting a lot of views, you can make a nice little side income doing that. However, if you just have like a regular standard page, you're getting like 200, 300, maybe 1,000 views on your content. You might make $11 a month. $24 last year. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's not, it's a cool thing, but that's not really gonna, it's not nothing to write home about at the end of the day. Like I have a decent Facebook following. I don't really nurture on Facebook a whole lot. I think I got paid $123 last month. And that was with like 70,000 followers and making consistent content. So like, that's not a solid source of income. So I wouldn't shoot for that. We want to get you guys leads and listings, right? Home buyers. So does anybody want to raise their hand and tell me, hey, like I want to do social media, but this is my problem. Like, what are your problems? You don't want to record the video. Why? Because you don't like being on camera?
I'm not into it, I'm just saying.
Okay. Does anybody else struggle with that? Like you hate being on camera? Okay, cool. I struggle with that as well. They're really like whenever you get online and you see people talking about like, oh, here's how to burn fat and lose weight. Take this magic pill. There is no magic pill for fitness and weight loss. You have to hit the gym and you have to eat healthy. With social media and getting on camera, it's the same way. There's really no magic pill, but there is something that one of the people I work with told me that really resonated with me. When you're making videos and you feel uncomfortable, think to yourself, who's on the other end of that camera? Because if you're talking to somebody who's judging you, hitting record becomes that much harder. One of somebody I was working with said, I would set myself up in front of the camera, and every time I would hit record, I would talk to my father, and my father didn't want me to be a real estate agent. And I was like, oh. So think about that. Who are you talking to on the other side of the camera? Because if it's your best friend and you guys are just having coffee together, you're just having coffee together. Nobody sees, even if you make a trash video, it just gets missed. Nobody's even watched it. So try your best to remove that fear, because removing that fear is going to open up a lot of doors for your consistency. Consistency is key. You got to make it easy on yourself. And that fear is tough to get rid of. But if you're talking to somebody on the other end of the camera that is your best friend, it makes it a little bit easier. That's my best advice for that. What does anybody else struggling with most right now? Consistency. Okay. Talk to me about why you're not consistent.
For me, like, I have to feel like I'm in the mood to create content. Like, so, and that's hard because, like, I feel like if it's coming from a place that isn't good, then it's not going to resonate. Like, people are going to feel it, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's like, kind of like, swinging a bat, and I swing it once, and then I go, okay, turn around, and then turn around. Okay, swing the bat again, and then it's like, it feels very consistent, and I think it's kind of not making it a habit.
Yes.
Putting it in my daily schedule to at least start to practice it, so that it becomes more a habit than it becomes something that's just ingrained instead of me having a feeling around it.
Anybody else feel that way? Okay. What I'm going to share with you now is how you get past that. So, and everybody does this wrong. So everybody does this wrong. I did this wrong for years. A lot of people think 80% of their time is filming, is creating. This is when you're filming. And that's why it's hard to be consistent, because this is like you just set up, you start filming, you don't feel great about it, you're not in the mood. Now you have a negative relationship with creating content because you weren't prepared. This is what most people do. Spend 80% of their time here and 20 to 0%, 80 to 100% over here, 20 to 0% in pre-pro. Pre-pro is short for pre-production. This is your preparation. How many of you have actually sketched out the video ideas you want to create? You have. Cool. You're already ahead of like over 70% of people that are creating content. Sketch out the ideas that you want to create and create a bank. So you have your list of ideas, and then you take those ideas and you brain dump what you actually want to say. This is what creates consistency, because at any time you guys are having coffee, you're waking up in the morning, make it a part of your morning routine, you can journal. Any journalers here? Journalers. That is where a lot of your content can come from, because it's coming from you, right? Being relatable is a huge part of creating content as a real estate agent, because your job is boring. People relate to you as a person, not to your job.
One thing that started was, I use like a note app for everything, on my phone or some type of place that you use, you know, whatever that is. Maybe it's your email folder, whatever it is. And like, if you get an idea, put it in there. So like this whole, and it's pinned at the top for me, and I probably have like 40 ideas that aren't totally developed to that point. They're just like, I have this idea, right? And I'll put it in there so that when I have my presentation, I can go to that and I'll have to take a minute, so I have these other ideas. And then the other is wherever you consume content. So maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's whatever it is, wherever you consume content, create a like a saved folder of things that you like. Because I think Ben will tell us that most of like content creation isn't original.
No.
Like you're gonna see something that you could recreate. You don't have to do it all on your own. And so I just have one that's like social media ideas. And if I see a reel or a Facebook post or whatever it is, I just hit save and it goes into that folder so that again when I can get that.
Yep. And that is amazing advice. There's this little thing, I think it looks kind of like this on your social media, like this little button, that's the save button. If you guys don't know that, what that does, especially on like TikTok and Instagram, if you're watching somebody's content and you're like, oh, I liked that video, hit that little button, it populates in your saved folder automatically, even if it's not in your industry. You can take any video that you're like, oh, that was structured really well. I like how that hooked me in. It was somebody baking a pie or something, but the way that this person did it hooked me in. So how can I take this video and duplicate that into my industry? I do that all the time, actually. You should see my list of saved videos in my thing. It's just all kind of crazy stuff. But yes, that is great advice. And then, so where were we with the brain dump? So when you have those ideas and you can use like other people's videos, you brain dump your unique take on it. So this is your unique take on whatever video that was or idea you had. After you brain dump, this is when you just, bleh, this is everything I want to say. But if you film all of that, you have a really long, boring video with a lot of fluff and feelings, right? So then once you do that, you just sift through all of this writing that you've done and you organize it into bullet points. And now you're done pre-production for that video because you have it sketched out exactly. I even do this down to the line sometimes because then all of your work for X, Y, and Z video ideas went through this process. Now when it comes time to film, when you're feeling extra inconsistent, you have 3 videos ready to go. So now you just film. And this is where you should be spending 20% of your time. You don't need a full day to create content. You need a full day of preparation. And preparation is easier to do than to hit record, especially when you're not prepared. So doing this makes hitting record exponentially easier. And what I do is I will set my phone up on a little phone tripod. And after I've gone through this process, I'll have my computer out or something where I can reference what I've written. And I'll look at my first line. I have my phone and I'll just deliver the first line. Hey, welcome to blah, blah, blah. And then you just take a pause, keep the phone recording, look at your second line, deliver that line. And then blah, 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 blah. And then you just keep doing that until your whole video is done. And then you cut out the dead air in the editing process and boom, you have a full structured out video ready to go that took you barely any time because you just performed each individual bullet point. Does that make sense to anybody? Cool. That is the way to skip the pain of creating content. Otherwise, you're just getting in front of the camera and spouting off to people and you don't have it concise. This takes your ideas and puts it into a trash compactor for all the ADHD people on the internet to consume in a way that they can actually get through the video. That's how I do it. All right. Does anybody else have any other big problems or anything to add or push back on this?
It's not a problem, but what settings should we have in the
Settings?
Yes, like if you go into video settings.
Yes. So most people have an iPhone. Am I right or wrong about that? And we got one Android at least. All right. So when you open up your app, you'll see at the top left corner, this is just the video section. HD 30 FPS. Yes. You want it, if you're talking, you want it at 30 FPS.
30
And then if you wanted to shoot something that was slowed down, then you would change it to 60. It should be in the top left. Yeah, okay, so yours is up in the top right.
25.
Yep, you want an HD 30. And then you can actually go to 4K as well.
Okay.
So there is a, and I just did that.
Oh. To the top right.
There is a little setting on your phone where you can switch it to 4K. Does anybody know the difference between 4K and 1080p? Or,
I have a question.
Yeah.
You said 30 FPS if you're talking.
yes. 30 FPS is what you'll use 90% of the time. Unless you're making a real estate walkthrough video, then I would shoot in 60 because that's what allows the camera to slow down without looking choppy.
So why would you not, sorry to interrupt you, but why would you not use 60 for a talking video?
Because they're larger files and your eyes actually see at between 30 and 24 frames per second. So the videos can sometimes look wonky because it's like moving. It's almost like too smooth. Do you ever see one of those TVs that look like super 3D and it kind of throws you off? That's what 60 FPS does. You can't really notice it that much, but it is a recommendation that if you're normal motion speaking, 24 frames, 30, or 24 to 30 frames per second. And then as you up the frame rate, that's what allows you to slow the footage down and it not get choppy because it's taking 60 photos per second now instead of 30.
So if I'm recording like B-roll and I was going to do a voiceover or something like that, record the video in 60.
I would
If I'm
record.
recording myself talking, record it 30.
Yes. Yep. B-roll for 60.
I don't disagree with you. Like, I do think ideally any talking cost should be 24 and anything you might want to slow down 60. I don't want to deal with it. I shoot everything in 4K 60. And I don't think it's that big of a deal.
You're making a great point because if it's a barrier for you to get it done, don't care.
And
Just get it done.
what would happen is I'd be shooting video and then I'd go back and I'd be like, crap, I didn't change this to 60. And that's a lot worse of a problem than shooting talking at 60.
Yes. So yeah, you're giving yourself a little buffer in there. Like, oh, if I'm gonna forget to switch it, I'll just leave it at 60. Totally fine too. Yep. If you want to optimize, you can do it the way that I was just talking about. But like, if you're one of those people, you're like him, you're like, I just want to make sure that I'm set. You can go with 60 all day. Yeah, so HD, it means it's a smaller file and less crisp than 4K. 4,000 pixels is larger than 108 or 1080 pixels. So it's just a bigger video, more crisp. If you zoom into it, it'll be much more crisp than a 1080p HD video. 4K is better than 1080p. However, if you're filming a really long video, I would recommend not shooting in 4K because then your phone's going to struggle to transfer that huge ass file. Yeah.
So obviously, if you're in like selling a product or something like that, you have different metrics. Use is probably your own. What do you think we should base our goal? What should our goal be? Should it be videos saved, views? Should it be shares?
Shares.
What do you think? Shares?
Yep. So as an agent, you guys are selling high dollar products. not really a product, it's a service. So at the end of the day, what's a referral? It's when somebody shares your service, their experience with their friends. What you guys want to do as agents is create content that is worth sharing. That is the number one thing in marketing across all industries nowadays. If you can improve my life by giving me something to tell my friends about, you've won. Because now I'm sharing it, I'm sending it to my wife, and that's why I tell everybody to be relatable in your content, because nobody's sharing market updates. But if Ben Espenshade goes snowboarding and pulls a 360, and then people were like, whoa, that was pretty wild, like, and then you just mention you're a realtor in your content, that's a pretty bad example. But
my follower count was going up, my views were steady, but I was okay with it because the follower count was going up. Because I knew I could touch those people for a longer period.
Yes. Yeah, and that's just consistent growth. So keep creating content, keep your content driven towards your tribe. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So like everybody in here, most people are targeting buyers and sellers. But who? That's what you got to figure out, because your experience and your target market is completely different than Sean's. And everybody in this room should have a completely different target market. Otherwise, you're just blasting out to everybody and nobody cares.
There is this for you, because if you don't feel like you ever every time you post, when I started making it, I started recycling my videos. Going back 2-3 years ago, just a unrelated video that I took, and I take that video, I take the volume up, and I just put a caption on it, and I take that video. So it's not connected.
Yeah, that's how.
And my kids, a lot of pictures of my kids of just like I'm just telling this shop, one of them had like 2,600 views. It's just there for 10 seconds, playing in the rain. And I just made a content out of that, hey, I don't even know what I said. Whatever, it's just,
Yeah.
exciting with your videos, and just having your photo, right?
That is a good point. And I want to tell you guys about something that I'm doing, and I'll use my wife as an example. I don't think she'll mind. If she minds, she'll come out here and yell at me. But so did anybody see Brittany's recent video of like her writing the journal video? Okay, so that's a reel. That's one video idea that she brain dumped, and her writing is her strength. So I advised her to just write and make content out of that. So from her one idea that she brain dumped, we got a video reel, because we just filmed her doing some writing, and then it was a voiceover. What we also got was still shots from that video. Do you guys know what that is? So it's essentially a screenshot of the video. Take a bunch of stills, which are just photos from this video, take the same content and turn it into a carousel post. Do you guys know what that is? Now, you've got multiple pieces of content from one idea.
What are you using to get the stills?
You can use your screenshot on your phone, or if you're using an editing software, you can just write CapCut. Unless you guys want to go really in depth and get something like in DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro.
It's pretty easy.
Instagram edits is fine. If you're doing very...
It always has that made with edits.
Yeah.
And you can see other ones made in edits.
Yeah, I mean, if it works for you, do that.
It's not easy as CapCut.
Yeah, CapCut is the easiest editing software to learn, and use it on your desktop. Don't edit videos on your phone. It's terrible.
Teach me.
What's that?
Who's going to teach me to learn? Where do I learn it?
What, CapCut?
Yeah, I know I can do a YouTube search and I can get 5,000 people to teach me how, but is there a good one?
There's some amazing people on Instagram that teach you how to edit CapCut videos. And they'll break down, it'll be a whole content, like how do we make this video, and it'll show you step by step.
Do you guys want to make a video right now and I'll edit it?
Yes.
All right. So let's do this together. we'll make a video. I'll show you how to edit it in CapCut really quick. All right. So the video is going to be, we're here at small group. So let's make a small group video. All right. So instead of like me brain dumping, I'm going to just skip into creating the video. And you guys just follow my lead. When I say, hey, we're here at Keller Williams small group, I want you guys to go, yeah. All right. You ready? We're here at Keller Williams small group. That's clip number 1. That's my first bullet point. All right. Now, Ben, I'm going to use you. Ben Espen Shades here. I'm going to use you. Sean Lutz and Michelle Snyder are here. Who else? Damaris loves the camera. So now I'm going to keep my viewer in mind because I'm going to post this. So what are they seeing right now? They're seeing the final product of a video that we made off the cuff in here. Okay, so I'm going to let them know that. And this is the final product of a video we just made off the cuff in this training to show everybody how to make and edit a video using CapCut and a cell phone. Now to end, let's just do something silly where you guys go, yeah, again. Yep. So I'll say like, what do you guys think? And you just go, yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah. All right. That's it. We're going to make that video. So if you have Apple products, this is where the beauty comes in. Because I am just going to take the couple videos that we just made. I'm going to select them. And I'm going to airdrop them straight to my computer. You hear that beautiful noise? And it goes. I'm going to take a... What's that? Apple phones only really have that airdrop feature with Apple products. If you try to do it elsewhere. If you have the, Yep.
Well, CapCut works just as well on an iPad.
I've never used CapCut on an iPad, but I imagine it would. Yep. All right, so then this is what CapCut looks like. You just hop in here, create a project. It'll be a blank project. Come into your Finder. And then these are the airdropped videos that I just uploaded, and you just grab those, pop, right in. And then they should be, when I drag them on here, they should be in chronological order. If they're not, we'll fix that. Oh, yeah, they're backwards. So then we'll drag them in. It will ask you, this pops up every time. I don't really know why, just hit adapt. So then we're going to hop in and put in 76, 77, 78. 81. All right. So there we go. Our whole video is in the timeline, and I like to make this bigger because what we can do is zoom in using Command and your mouse wheel. And if you can see, can you guys see these little waveforms down here? That's the audio of the video. So that is what I edit to because I know that's when I'm speaking. So everything else is just dead air and silence. And then you'll need to know two hotkeys, B and A. B changes your mouse clicker to the blade tool. Can you see my little blade there? That means anywhere I click on here, it's going to cut. It's going to cut the clip just like that.
You're holding a B and using the mouse.
As soon as you hit B, it just stays that way. And then you hit A to go back to just a regular mouse pointer. So when I use B, I make this cut, I hit A, I click on this clip I don't want, I hit delete, and everything shifts to the left real fast. And then I go back to looking at, and then I can play the video to see where I'm at.
We're here at Keller small group. Yeah.
We got a little bit of a delay on the speaker, but we'll be all right because we can use the audio form. So then I'm going to hit B again and go over here to my next clip, and I can see that the audio starts right there. So I'm going to click there, click A, delete. What's that?
So the reason you can tell that the blue's there is because the bars go up. Right?
Yes, so this is the loudness of the audio. When it's down, it's silent. When it's up, that means something's happening. And when you see the red, that just means your audio was a little loud there, but it's really not like it's peaking and it's going to scratch. It's just that's the loudest parts of your audio. And keep in mind, I didn't use any kind of mic systems. I'm mic'd up for this phone, but normally you would have an audio device in here. I would highly recommend that. So then I'm just going to click here. There's a little silence there. So B, A, delete, B, click, A, click, delete, B, click, A, click, delete, B, click, A, click, delete. And then I can see where I'm at here.
Shit's here. Sean Woods and Michelle Sniping are here. Damaris loves the camera.
So I said, what was
Damaris loves the camera.
All right, so I think I'm going to cut off this little beginning here because I think that was just laughter.
The camera.
All right, and then we'll cut here.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
Oh, did I miss a video?
Missed the long one.
Yeah, you were saying what we were doing.
Where is that video? Maybe that one didn't. One of these is that one. I think it's this one.
Made off the cup in this.
There we go.
Sean Woods and Michelle Sniping are here. Damaris loves the camera. What do you guys think?
All right. So then we're just gonna, if you need to switch clips around, like I'm gonna have to do right now, you just grab the one you want and move it over. Oh, it's not working. There you go. You grab this and just move it and it'll pop to the back. And then we'll just clip this beginning off.
Video we just made off the cuff in this training to show everybody how to make an edited video using CapCut and stuff. What do you guys think? Yeah.
There we go. And then if you want, you can just grab these edges and slide them like this too. So if you wanted to cut off the beginning or the end, you can do that. Oh, Control Z. Thank goodness for Control Edit Undo. And then this is essentially your video. That's the rough cut of the video. You can come up to this button up here, Captions, and click, I like to use templates because it just makes it easier. And I'm a fan of the single word captions because it just keeps the pacing of the video nice. I don't like the big, long, full sentence captions. So I'll click this one, generate captions. Does its thing. And then you can see it right there. You can change the font, you can make it bold, you can change the color, you can make it look like, here, let's make it this one, red. So then it looks like this. And everything should be good. And then all I do is go to the end of my video and you hit the O key. And that tells it that it's the out area. So now it told the software that I'm going to export from the beginning of the video to this point where he clicked O. That's what we're going to export. So you can edit multiple videos in the same timeline here and just export different ones. And then you just click export and it happens. We'll name it KW small group. export, and it's done. And then I come into my Finder, and mine get routed to movies. And here's the video.
We're here at Keller Williams Small Group. And Espen Shade's here. Sean Milton and Michelle Snyder are here. Damaris loves the camera. And this is the final product of the video we just made off the cuff in this training to show everybody how to make and edit a video using CapCut and software. What do you guys think? Yeah.
That's it.
The audio sounds pretty good considering.
When you're using a cell phone, if you're talking to it and it's right here, it's totally fine. But if you set up a tripod, and I'm gonna use you as my tripod, and you're over here, then it starts to get a little wonky, especially if there's like noise in the background if you're outside. But that is how bare bones I film every single one of every videos that I film. For myself, for other people, this is it.
What you just did, Instagram edits is also really easy for any of that.
Yeah, so if
I didn't know what I was doing. That felt a little complicated.
yeah, so the beauty of this is it's a low learning curve. It is cumbersome at first because you've never used a software like this. But if you wanted to be able to have the ability to edit quickly without having to use two thumbs, this is the way to go. Because all you need to do is have a mouse, know that you need A and B keys, and you just delete. That's it.
In a video like that where it's not a ton of content, and I know you're just using it as an example, but how important are captions?
I think they are very important because how many times have you guys scrolled through social media with your sound off? Every time. So that by adding captions, you're giving people an opportunity to be hooked into your video by just reading those couple first sentences. And believe it or not, using the one-word captions, it feels like, oh man, how are people going to be able to read that? You can read it every time. Like your brain reads so fast. Say that they're beneficial.
Yeah, captions are like the #1 way to keep people interested because they don't have to have the volume up or.
Well, and then I think also they'll translate it. Like,
They will. Yep.
Yeah.
You can go viral in Zimbabwe if you enable captions.
Experience with that because of my accent, the caption didn't come as I wanted it. And I was talking about four, but it translated to four. And as I was reading it, I was like, oh my God, and I turned the entire thing into like a fun video, being like, I don't know who Paul is.
Well, in my Ben was saying earlier, is that like the majority of people that are really engaging in your content are neurodivergent. And I've noticed that for me, I can't watch anything without captions. Like I don't watch movies without captions because I need to see it out.
Yeah, it just helps with comprehension.
Yeah, comprehension for us.
Yep. And like I this might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't care at all if captions are misspelled because no one else does. I've never watched a video from somebody I respected or even didn't respect and saw that one of their captions were misspelled and I was like, ha, unfollow. Like nobody cares. A lot of people will be like, oh, I can't post this because there's a little imperfection in it. Like, screw that, guys. Just get your content out there. Stop putting rules and red tape around yourselves. That's the biggest barrier. Like, especially like, not to pick on women, but a lot of people will be like, oh, if my hair's even slightly messed up, I ain't freaking doing this video. Do it with your hair messed up. It's not a big deal. No, but that video lives for a short period of time and then it's dead to the world after that. So.
Something as simple as reducing the quality of the video and adding captions has just taken my anxiety bubble and shrunk it.
Yeah. Good. Heck yeah, man.
Because I know people, and I'm thinking to myself how when I'm watching a video, I'm not staring at the person, I am reading the captions.
Yeah. Me too, man.
Sometimes I have to watch them twice because I read the captions and then I'm like, oh crap, I missed that. I gotta go back and watch it. I didn't see whatever it was that Ben was cooking in the air fryer that day.
And yeah, but that is another thing I do want to tell you guys about. And this is what most people feel most comfortable doing. Has anybody heard the term talking head videos? Where that's just pretty much you guys talking. I want you guys to start getting in the mind frame of if that's where you have to start to get the content done, by all means start there. But what's better than talking head videos are show and tell videos. Not much changes other than the fact you are physically showing them what you're talking about. And you can do that with a screen record if you're teaching them something on a computer, or just by being at the location or including other things in your video than just you standing there talking. Like, for instance, in this video, I moved around, I showed people, the room, I had you guys go, yeah, like that's more of show and tell than it is just me standing up here and like talking to my phone like this about small group. But you guys are right there. So think show and tell when you're doing something. That easiest example is like food prep. Nobody's going to talk to you about the recipe. They have to show you the recipe. So think about that.
Where do you at on deleting videos? Because one of the big things I struggled with was if it wasn't like a super interesting topic, I didn't want it to live in my feed forever. So I put it out there for a week or two and then just delete it all. Does it hurt, does it? I mean, I guess unless it's saved.
I don't think it hurts, but I don't think it helps either. I think it's completely arbitrary. What I will tell you this is, even if it's boring, if you have a video that starts to do really well, all of your other videos will get viewed more. And a perfect example of that is when I first started making carnivore diet content, I had a bunch of videos from like teaching real estate agents how to shoot a house, 2,000 views max on like my best one. I started making carnivore diet content. Those videos are over like 100,000, 200,000 views now. It's just because people get into your content, they go down your wormhole. So if you want something to live in your wormhole, keep it there. If you're embarrassed by it, you can take it out. Yep.
Can I ask a generic social media question?
Yeah.
In real estate, it's important for us to be connected, but I'm guessing 50% of my people might not even be real people that I'm connected with and friends with. Do you ever quarterly comb through?
No. I don't have time to comb through my follower count. What does happen though is Instagram and Meta, Instagram and Facebook will go through like quarterly and they will deactivate like thousands, hundreds of thousands of dead accounts. And I felt like a victim of this. There was a time I was on Instagram. What was it? I think I was trying to get over 200,000 followers, and I was at 199, and I was like, today's the day. Couldn't stay up long enough to see it hit 200K. When I woke up the next day, it went from 199 to 189. 10,000 accounts got deactivated overnight, and I was like, fuck. I was so mad, but like I ended up getting there, but that happened. So don't waste your time trying to comb through. Unless you're getting spammed and people are interfering with you, then get rid of those accounts. But no, just focus on making quality content.
So if somebody sends you a connection request and there's zero mutual, you're still accepting it?
Facebook is weird. I don't have I use business accounts. So it's not a friend request. For me, they get to follow me or not follow. The thing about personal versus business accounts is your personal account will always and forever have a glass ceiling on it. You can only expand so much. If you're trying to just really hone in on your own market, that's great. Then use your personal Facebook account, friend request everybody you possibly can in this area and use it as a tool that way. But if you're trying to grow a personal brand, you have to switch over to a business account and start filtering content and people over there. The reason I tell you that is because I posted when I started my content and I had a couple of viral videos, I'd post them both to my personal and my business Facebook page. And my business Facebook page got millions of views and my personal page got like 2,500 views for the same exact video, same content, everything. It's just Facebook wants your personal page to stay a personal page. So use it knowing that. But yeah, you can.
social media was, I had a client who reached out only because of my social media presence. Because they felt like they had, they knew who I was, what it was like to work with me. So then I was like, maybe I need to take this more serious, because it's not something you're gonna get leads from all the time.
No.
But it is like your business card.
Yeah, that is where people go to trust people now. Like if they see you online, they become on a first name basis with you, whether you've ever seen them or met them before, ever. The conversions happen when you have a system set up. And if you have freebies that you can deliver, that's how you get people into your database. And that's what you use ManyChat and Google Drive, Linktree for creating your freebies.
It's going to become kind of like currency in the fact that like you have a bigger follower count. I think this new generation of people who grew up with the internet are going to go and say, okay, well, Tony and Ben are very similar. How do we make a decision, right? So who's going to get in front of, maybe in a down market, who's going to get in front of more people organically versus, or something like that. Like I think there's.
And using that example, when you go to my Facebook page, I probably have posted a month or two, you're probably more active, they're going to know you like.
So the funny story I ever heard was Callie Hunt, who's a real estate agent with Keller. She started real estate in 2020 and she didn't have any experience. So she started making video content on how to train other agents. And people just assumed that she was the expert because she was training other agents.
Yeah.
And she did like 22 million her first year in volume.
That's awesome.
All through social media because her husband was, went to Oklahoma for military.
Yeah, she became an authority.
I do get confused about her content because it is nearly all about training real estate agents.
I think she's shifting now.
I think she's shifting. She's now a coach.
Yeah.
She's a real estate agent. Like
What she said she would just get desperate.
So her message is for that, not for buying something. So I wanted to say that maybe she was somebody who wants to follow her.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't replicate her content unless you are planning to also be a real estate agent.
But I was she just started doing this as soon as she had no idea. She started in 2020. She didn't know much about real estate, but she started just putting herself out there. And sold 22 million, I think.
And she does what Ben said around the videos, the carousel, the still, and she doesn't know what she's at all in any of this room.
Yeah, that's
Because I feel like
beautiful.
so much of us not doing it is worrying about everything.
I have worked with so many clients making videos where bathroom breaks were 10 minutes because they needed to look at themselves or fix their hair or like make sure their shirt was tucked in the right way. And I'm just like, 90% of the time we just spent together was you worrying. Just remove the worry. People are not judging you. Did you ever walk in the gym and you think everybody's looking at you? Nobody's looking at you. Unless you're wearing bright orange leggings. You know?
Ben just did content. He sent me the videos, and there was something very specific in the video that I noticed, and I was very critical of myself. And my daughter was having a little bit of self-esteem day, bad self-esteem day. And I showed her these videos, and I'm like, what did you notice from these? She's like, Mom, Ben did a great job. Like, those videos look really, really good. And I'm like, but did you notice ABC? And she's like, no. And I was like, it's the only
We're the only one.
thing that I see in these videos. And she was like, oh, these videos are amazing. That one thing almost kept me from not. We're all almost.
Yep.
To that degree, I don't think you can do it in video. But Ben, do you know the AI tool to remove things from photos in Instagram? Can you show them that?
It's built within Instagram. Oh, I don't know that because I use Photoshop because I have Nano Banana, which is pretty freaking awesome. Yes.
Big picture, man.
Alright, how do I go up there?
I think you have to airplane. Do I have to undo?
She might be able to think about it,
This was great, because there was like so many pictures that I didn't post. And so I found this.
You can probably screen record to the TV.
What am I doing? What can I figure this
yeah.
out?
Here, Sean, smile for me real quick.
No, this TV.
Oh, name.
Training remain.
Fireplace,
Read 7 and 9. Okay, do this with me. Bring up your Instagram. Bring up your Instagram and take a picture of something on your desk. Go get your picture.
Okay, I'll catch up.
Which is go, start a new reel or something?
No, this is a still photo. I asked Ben, I don't know if you can really do it on video.
So I took my picture.
You probably can't remove stuff in video.
Right, you got your picture? All right, so I'm going to Instagram. I'm doing a plus. What did I say we were doing? Not a reel. We're doing a.
Remove something from a photo?
Let's just say we're doing a post, right? I'll go to story. Ooh, that's a really. Okay, ready? Everybody got you created a story, you added your pictures.
A story?
Yeah, and you added your picture. See Ben in my picture? All right, hit the 3 dots in the top.
More?
No, 3 dots in the top.
Oh, yeah, just.
Right here. I'm not telling. Yeah,
Mine was gonna drop down there.
I'm sorry.
okay. Hit restyle. Now you don't have it in that version? Update it. You can update it if you don't. Okay, now we're gonna click remove, and it says remove what, and I'm gonna say remove pen. Okay? Because Ben's pen is on here. What do you see? No, you didn't.
There you go.
You were made a.
Do I get a prize? I got it.
I got it. What else can you restyle?
Hit your drop down and hit restyle. No, restyle right there.
That's awesome.
And the freaking pen is on.
Oh, word.
Heck yeah.
So I told her to remove
I had a penguin in mine.
but it removed
Did you tell her to?
this binder. Maybe it didn't, but it removed my laptop. But
Maybe type in like orange line.
I had a penguin in mine.
Mhm.
Have you added?
Yeah. I had a penguin.
You haven't seen it. But like to the
Oh, shoot.
like I
Oh, yeah, look. Here's the power of Nano Banana, by the way. So this is Sean. This is Sean at a rock concert. You could, and then like, so I can take this and I can make Sean wearing a business suit. So we're gonna put Sean in a tuxedo. I use this almost every day in my life. What? Nano Banana is a paid service, but it's built into Photoshop. So if you have Photoshop, you get it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There she is.
right? Like
Sean's looking dapper.
I do, even if that's my.
Yeah. I use Photoshop, which is paid, and Photoshop comes with Nano Banana, which is like the best image generator.
I used to in the app,
It's amazing what you can do with it.
Every once in a while,
You have 3 hands. AI is still a little wonky, but one thing I don't know how this is going to work, but I do want to show you guys this. So if I delete Sean here, with RedBanana, I'm going to do it in Photoshop, but you can do this right within RedBanana. If I wanted to make, what's a graphic that you guys would create? Like for an event, like make an event.
First time home buyers.
Okay, for a first-time home buyer seminar. I can't spell. Give me some details. Like what's let's say it's at Tuesday, it's on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Let's use, all right, cool. Then let's do KW colors. Use red, dark gray, white color scheme. And make it look fun. So you can do all kind of stuff with RedBanana. RedBanana is the best at creating graphics. Like if I took a picture of this thing and then said make it a professional product photo, you can do that.
That's so scary.
And I'll believe it.
No, right.
You just
You can't believe anything is there, Jeff.
Yeah, there you go. So you can just generate it right away. All the text is spelled right, which didn't used to happen. You know?
That can be like, I don't like smiley house.
Yes. So then you can be like, so I can save this, rasterize the layer, and then come in and be like, what do you want me to change the smiley house to?
Just an unanimated face like that.
Then you just do it, it'll regenerate. And you're good to go. And as AI gets better, all the speeds pick up, everything gets more efficient.
It's pretty good already.
Yeah.
Did you type in unlock your dream home or did it come up?
Came up with that. So there you go. It fixed your house. So I use this instead of like going on Canva and trying to like piecemeal together a graphic, which takes, you know, if you're good at it, it'll take you 25 minutes. Just come in here, man. Make everything. Yeah, so this is Photoshop and this is RedBanana. So you can use RedBanana as a free trial. I think you get X amount of generations a month for free. And it does do a really good job. But I mean, if you're using it a lot, it's worth the money. I think RedBanana is like $11.99 a month.
Is it good for video or?
So Google Gemini is free, yeah. It's not, the only thing is it's not tied to the newest, best RedBanana. But you can generate images right in Gemini as well. Photoshop, I think, is $15.99 or $19.99 a month for Photoshop and Lightroom.
And then you add.
It comes with RedBanana. But it is credit based. So it comes with RedBanana up to like 5,000 credits. So last month I did run out of credits, but I was toying with it. So
Can you give us examples of content that you created using that?
yes. So let me show you.
And then we do have our next class ready to go.
Where's my? Okay, so I think. So this is something that I recently created on my site, and I'll show you the short version. So I got paid by this company. They're sending, like, I'm partnering with them. They sent me all these salts. They didn't have any product photography. So I just kind of like took their images and put them all in here. And I highlighted the image and I said, hey, Nano Banana, make this a professional product shoot. And I'll show you the final image. It is, nope. So it made
All of those things that you.
all of this stuff, yes. So it made Salter and it made, I don't have salty provisions in there yet. But all of these were taken from, I just had like the PNG photos, like the white background. And I said, make it into a professional product photo. So like this is completely fake, but the knives look exactly like that. This is completely fake, but this is exactly what the products look like. This completely fake, that's Dano's seasoning. Like it does a really good job of keeping everything exactly the same. Like Rubbermaid Brilliance containers. Like I said, hey, take this image and replace all of the stuff in there with meat because meat's part of my brand. And it did that. This is a real image. But like I could generate that. Yeah, right? Right? Everything else looks so good. Yeah, so instead of using a link tree, I wanted to have more control and I just created Carnivore USA. I designed it for mobile, so it looks a little wonky on here. But yeah, I'm building out all of my affiliate partners in here, and I had to create their product photos because a lot of their product photos suck. So that's it.
All right.
But yeah, that's a real use case that I'm.
Okay.
11.
10.
10, 11.
What is it
11.
for the training?
Yeah. Rock on.
Heck yeah.
Rock on.
It's all you guys can't hurt my feelings too. If it was bad, you can tell me. Yes. What's up?
Don't do this differently. I'm trying to understand so I can better.
Yeah.
So this once a month. In my head, I was thinking that we were that could be kind of similar to our agency story where we can talk about what's working and then what's not working. You want to kind of share that in there? I don't think that's what we're gonna do. I think that we're gonna do like, what do you guys need?
Yeah, that's where I've gotten the most input. I have done trainings and things where I like try to present something, and a lot of people just
Yeah, no. So then.
it's really not.
It's really not.
All I'm doing is trying to make myself as accessible as possible to everyone.
Okay.
So I can do this in here, and this is just a little bit more of a in-person thing for the people that want that, but then I just also do it on.
This one's in person, that one's virtual. It's the same thing. Bring your questions and you'll teach.
Pretty much. Can I ask you a question? What does it need? How can I make it better? What can I do that is going to better service everybody? Because I just need some help because